In the mid-19th century, during the tumultuous Qajar dynasty, a quiet suffering plagued the Zoroastrian community of Iran. Centuries of Islamic rule had reduced the once dominant faith to a persecuted minority, facing poverty, humiliation, and the crushing burden of the jizya poll tax. Relief came not from within Iran, but from an unlikely source, a courageous and tireless Indian Parsi named Manakji. His decades-long mission would become a beacon of hope, lifting the Iranian Zoroastrians from the brink of extinction and laying the foundations for their modern-day resurgence. The Zoroastrians of India, known as Parsis, had flourished under British rule, but their prosperity was matched by a growing awareness of their distressed brethren in their ancestral homeland. The stories of their plight, of forced conversions, the abduction of girls, and the crippling jizya tax were brought to Bombay by Iranian refugees. Spurred by a moral imperative to help, a group of wealthy Parsis formed the Society to Improve the Condition of the Zoroastrians in Persia. Their first emissary, chosen for his resourcefulness and courage, was Manakji Hattaria, a seasoned commercial agent and a man of immense integrity. In 1854, Manakji arrived in Iran, beginning a fact-finding mission that would span nearly 36 years. What he found was worse than anticipated. The Zoroastrians were a demoralized and impoverished community, confined mostly to the provinces of Yazd and Kerman, and treated with contempt by local authorities. Manakji faced dangers and threats, navigating a complex political landscape where his status as a British citizen offered little protection in remote areas. But he pressed on, driven by a deep devotion to his faith and a fierce determination to uplift his kin. Manakji's work was multifaceted, addressing both the immediate suffering and the long-term systemic problems faced by the Zoroastrian community. The single most significant obstacle was the jizya, or tax, which not only imposed a devastating financial burden, but was also used as an instrument of extortion and physical abuse. Manakji launched a tireless campaign to abolish it, leveraging the influence of the British government and mobilizing powerful Parsi allies to petition the Qajar Shah. After 25 years of relentless effort, his greatest achievement was realized in 1882, when a royal decree formally abolished the tax for the Zoroastrians of Yazd and Kerman. Education was largely denied to the Zoroastrian community, condemning them to illiteracy and poverty. Manakji made education a top priority, establishing schools for both boys and girls in Tehran, Yazd, and Kerman, and funding their expansion through the Amelioration Society. This provided the community with modern secular education, which was vital for their future economic and social advancement. Manakji understood the need for internal organization. He helped establish anjumans, or associations, in Yazd and Kerman, providing the community with a formal body to represent their interests. He also oversaw the restoration of dilapidated fire temples and the construction of new dakhmas, or towers of silence, revitalizing their religious traditions and infrastructure. Manakji addressed critical social issues, providing funds for the dowries of poor girls to prevent their forced conversion and marriage to Muslims. He also helped establish a guest house in Tehran for Zoroastrians who had fled persecution in other regions, facilitating their relocation to a more tolerant capital. Manakji passed away in 1890 in Tehran, but his legacy endures as the savior of Iranian Zoroastrians. His tireless work not only lifted a community out of poverty and persecution, but also empowered them through education and organization. The seeds he planted bore fruit in the early 20th century, with the rise of a more prosperous and literate Zoroastrian population that would eventually play an important role in modern Iranian society. Today, Manakji's memory is honored in Iran, a testament to the profound impact one compassionate individual can have on a community's destiny. A bronze bust of him stands in the entrance gallery of the Atash Bahram in Yazd, a tribute to the man who gave his life to his kin and secured a brighter future for generations to come.